Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today this is a different kind of video because this is a sit down and talk with me video because there has been a lot happening in the past few days. Do not mind my appearance. I will explain why I look this bad in a few minutes. So basically my child decided that he wanted to come 7 weeks early. If you didn't know, I am 33 weeks pregnant now and not ready to give birth. So basically, if you haven't watched our baby shower video, you guys should totally go check that video out. It's amazing. I had such a great time. But after filming the baby shower haul, I started to clean up a little bit. I started to not feel very well. I knew I was probably overdoing it, so I sat down in my chair behind me, just kind of chilled and was on TikTok a little bit, and also started editing the video that I was gonna plan to film that day. So after that, I started to feel this tightening feeling in my stomach. Now that's contractions. So I started to feel contractions. They didn't really hurt yet. They were just it was very tight in my stomach, and I started to time them. They weren't exactly 3 minutes apart, but they were pretty close to it. And like I said, they weren't really painful yet. They were just kind of felt like, you know, my stomach was getting just really tight. It's just very odd. Waited out and I started timing them with this app that I use. I'll put a picture of like the contractions, what they looked like. I told my husband and he went ahead and texted his mom to let her know what's happening. And she instantly came over and was like, I think you're having contractions. Your stomach is hard, it's solid. We need to go to the hospital. I was in denial and I was like, no, we don't. Like, we definitely do not need to go to the hospital. You know, I just felt like I was being a baby basically, and I was just like, this is probably nothing, you know, it doesn't hurt really, it's regular, and that's what scares me. She ended up convincing me to go to the hospital. We quickly packed a bag, also packed some stuff just in case. Kai was born early, so we make our way to the hospital, and the contractions, they were still, like I said, they weren't painful, but you could still feel them, and I was like really nervous. It was like very overwhelming. But when we got to the hospital, they got us checked in. We went up to labor and delivery, which at that point I was starting to feel them, like I felt like period cramps, and I was starting to feel like more pain with them at this point. It was like at like 12 o'clock at night when we got there. So it's 12 a.m. so 12 in the morning basically. And we finally get checked in, and they take me down to this room where they do the monitoring. They see like, you know, if you're contracting, also give you your IV if you are, stuff like that. Like, you know, it's like I don't even know what you call it, but that's what room I was in. They strapped me up to the monitors. They got Kai's heartbeat, which let me tell you, this kid is so stubborn. He hated the monitors. Every single time they tried to put him on them, he would like be like, oh, I'm over here. And then as soon as they would get it, he'd move. So that's my kid. Anyway, but when they strapped me up to the monitors, I was definitely having contractions 3 minutes apart, like I was worried about. You know, we did a bunch of stuff. They took my blood pressure, gave me an IV for fluids. You know, I also peed in a cup. You know, like all the regular stuff that you do like when you go in for labor and delivery. So they noticed that I was very dehydrated and that my blood pressure was extremely high. And that's very dangerous with pregnancy. I haven't had high blood pressure throughout my pregnancy. So this was like a very like, that's interesting type thing. So they immediately gave me my IV, they gave me fluids. And, you know, they were like, we gotta get this blood pressure down. So that was fun. They did a lot of other things I can't really talk about on YouTube. I was violated a lot. They checked my cervix. Luckily, my cervix was completely closed. I was not dilating, so that was a really good sign. But they were worried that I would end up dilating, if that made any sense. And also, they were really worried about my blood pressure. Oh, yeah, that was all Sunday night. In case they did have to deliver, they did give me a steroid shot. You get 2 of those. You get one, and then you get one 24 hours later. So that was at like 2 in the morning. They gave me my first one, and then they would give me the next one in 24 hours. So I was definitely staying overnight. So after that, I went down to our actual room, which was in labor and delivery at the time, because they were not sure if they were going to go ahead and try to get Kai out of there and let it progress, or if I was gonna have to have an emergency C-section just to get him out because of how high my blood pressure was. They put me on, forget the second name, it's called magnesium, that's what it's called. They put me on magnesium something, I forget the other word, through my IV. And we're just waiting it out to see if my blood pressure would go down, which it did a lot. Here in our room, my blood pressure was pretty normal, so really good. I was really worried about that. And then they started me on the 24-hour urine collection. Literally, they just, over a 24-hour period, they collect your pee. So that was probably very enjoyable for those nurses, because I pee every hour. So basically wanted to test me for preeclampsia, because, you know, that's a huge sign. And that's when I started to realize that last week I did have some signs of preeclampsia, like extreme swelling in my legs and in my hands. And then also I got very dizzy one day, and I got some like pain under my right like chest. and I just felt like disgusting, and I kept seeing like the floating lights that you see with preeclampsia and also like some other high blood pressure stuff. But yeah, I told them about that, and I was like, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to come in. Like, I just thought it was being a baby, you know, and that's just part of pregnancy. Definitely said it was really good that I came in, and I should have actually came in when that happened, because that was definitely a sign that, you know, preeclampsia was an issue and was causing things. It's very dangerous. Preeclampsia is when you have really high blood pressure with pregnancy. I don't know if I explained that. It means that's what it is. It's when your blood pressure is really high. It's very dangerous for both mom and baby. Like I could have a stroke, I could have a seizure, like there's tons of things that could go wrong. Preeclampsia that, you know, are very scary. So they did the 24-hour urine collection, and I stayed overnight. I've ever gotten, I didn't really sleep at all, and when I did sleep, they had to come in every hour to check my blood pressure. It takes me about like 15 to 30 minutes just to fall asleep, and then they just kept coming in and be like, hi, I'm here to check your vitals, and they're the sweetest nurses. I had some of the best nurses ever. I just wanted to sleep. Next morning, I don't even know what today is. So yeah, Monday morning came in with an ultrasound tech, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna do an ultrasound to see how baby's doing. And surprisingly, Kai is doing amazing. He's a really good weight. He weighs 4 pounds, 14 ounces. I'll have to insert a picture of the ultrasound I got, which is so cute. It's my favorite picture of him ever. But after that, they realized that he was doing great, and it was me that was not doing great. He was doing so great, they didn't want to deliver him early just yet unless I got to the point where it was dangerous for me and him to continue the pregnancy. And by that, I mean like deliver him, not other things. So that was really good news. After that, it was just kind of a waiting game. It was just me, you know, chilling there. You know, they were monitoring my blood pressure every single hour, just trying to get some rest from the night before. After ultrasound, my high-risk doctor, he definitely was like, I really think you have preeclampsia. You know, the 24-hour urine test will confirm that. See if you need to stay here until delivery, or, you know, if you can go home and just be closely monitored. I was really nervous that we were going to end up having to stay there until he was born, which hospital food is great and all, but I definitely did not want to stay there, and it would definitely like really put a damper on everything, because number one, his nursery's not ready. Nothing is really prepared for him. Like I was freaking out. I was not ready to have a baby yet. I was just very nervous, and I didn't want him to be like a little tiny preemie in a NICU. Cause that's extremely scary, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. After that, I was just very nervous, and we just kind of took it slow, like a waiting game basically, to see, you know, how the 24-hour collection test went. About 2 in the morning, and I got my second steroid shot, and they came in to pick up, you know, the test, and they went ahead and did it that night. And then the next morning, which was this morning, my OB came in, and he was like, hey, we definitely think you have preeclampsia. We are going to send you home because, you know, Kai is doing really well. It's just me that's not. So I get to go home today, which was super nice. As you can see, I'm extremely exhausted, and my husband's in there sleeping because the poor thing had to deal with me. I go into my OB every week, twice a week. That's a lot for monitoring and to do like a non-stress test and stuff, make sure everything's still going okay. I could basically come any day now. It's not a matter of like me actually going into labor they're worried about, but they're worried that my blood pressure is going to get high again, and they will have to induce me or emergency C-section if I do go to my appointment and like something's not looking right. Extremely scary. I'm also told that I will not be going past 37 weeks. So let's say if I do make it to the 37-week mark, I will be induced that day or around that day, and Kai will be born. So he's definitely going to be early. He is not going to be full, well, if we make it to 37 weeks, that is considered full term, but it's not up to the 40-week mark, obviously. I would rather him wait until the 37-week mark, but you never know. But I am being put on bed rest, so that basically means I cannot make videos. I'm not allowed to, unfortunately. Trust me, I would freaking love to, but literally I can't even clean. I'm not allowed to. I'm not even supposed to really be doing this, but I'm sitting, so I'm doing it. This is just a really bad situation. We're both doing okay. I'm just, like I said, very tired. I don't really have a restrictive diet or anything like that. I just, you know, just bed rest. Don't do anything stupid, you know? So yeah, that is my little bit of an update. Like I said, we are home. Kai is great. And we're just playing it by ear at this point. The next vlog or video you see will probably be a labor and delivery vlog. I also have some clips from the hospital that I'll put in here just so you guys can kind of experience that a little bit, because I was not sure if that was going to be my labor and delivery vlog, so I was just kind of, you know, vlogging what I could at the time. It was an extremely scary situation, and I thought I was going to have a baby early. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely try to update you guys as much as possible. I'm a lot more active on TikTok. It's very easy for me to make TikTok, so I'll obviously still be active over there. My username is Life with Kayla if you want to go check that out and kind of wait for some updates and kind of see what's going on with us, because we're in for a ride, I have a feeling. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time.